Hey guys, I am going to do a video on how to do my hair. Okay, hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, looks like it just got darker. I think it did. Okay, alright, so I've seen my hair. I've just started and I feel like I do it perfect. Okay. The first thing you want to do is make sure it is washed. I washed mine like 2 hours ago. Next thing you do is you straighten it. Make sure it's parted the way you want it parted. Just brush it out, straighten it. Mine is somewhat straightened. It's been up, so it has little bumps in it. And you do not want that. It does not look as professional as it should whenever it has bumps in it. So I'm missing my brush, so it's not gonna be as good of a video as I wanted it to be. So whenever I find my brush, I'll do the actual video of how I do my hair. But until then, that's probably not gonna happen. But the brush that I use for my hair, for seating it, is I use a it can be one of those round brushes, and you can get them at Sally's. It's where I got mine. Okay. Hang on. Make sure you get all your ends. Whenever you straighten your tips, make sure they're like all the way straight. You don't want them curved in. So let's just say mine's all the way straightened. I originally put up my bangs, and part where you're going to put them up at, I need to find my comb. You can get any combs at Sally's, of course. It's gonna look a little funny. So the next thing you do is you take up the layer, like right behind where you part it. You don't want it to be too thin or too thick, but you just go backwards with it. I use a spray called Got to Be Glue. It's a free spray. A lot of people I know that seen their hair use bedhead, and I originally don't like that kind because it pulls out my hair. Give me 1 second. Okay, better light-ish. So as I was saying, just go backwards with the comb I just lost. Okay, so you just go backwards and tease it until it's like all the way teased as possible. And then you take the layer behind that. I originally start with the layers right behind because it's the easiest to get to the rest of them instead of having to fight your way through. Okay. So just keep teasing all over and just always flip them to the front. There's a trick whenever you get finished flipping everything to the front. This trick at the end originally works better with the actual teasing brush. But if you're using a comb, I guess it'll still work. It's kind of harder to use a comb when teasing your hair. I originally don't use a comb, so. Okay, so whenever you have the majority of all of the teased parts up at the front, what I do is I spray it all over and just go crazy. Go everywhere that you've already teased with all the pieces in the front. It's gonna look pretty weird as you're going. Just try not to brush it out. You're gonna look somewhat like the Grudge. And then you just take and flip what you've teased over. And then you just kind of take the bump and don't really brush it all the way out because you want some of that to spread out. And if it gets really poofy in the back, just brush it over to the side. Don't really go all the way through and try to get all the tangles out. Just brush it out until everything looks about even. And if you want it to be really big, I guess you would have to like get an actual teasing brush because this comb really doesn't work. And you could take and flip everything that you just teased over and then tease more. It's gonna be pretty messed up whenever you try to get the teasedness out. Yes, teasedness is a word. But just go with it. Start at the bottom and just work your way up whenever you're trying to get the tangles out. Okay. And make sure you get the sides right here, like near your face. Because it shows the poofiness. I don't poof it like all the way out to here and stuff. I mean, other people do, but that isn't really my look. I just go with a poof and stick with it. Normally my hair is a little poofy as it is, but it's not as poofy as what I make it to. Okay, and as I said, I pinned my bangs back. So all you have to do is take your bangs and straighten them because they're probably going to have a crease in them. And don't straighten any other part of your hair that you've teased because you probably have hairspray on it. And you do not want your hairspray to melt. So just to top it all off, just poof it. And then accessory. I don't use bows. I think they're kind of tacky, and I'm not a girly girl like that. So I take my bangs, and just clip them back like that. Okay, thanks for watching.